Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of the suffering and abuse and things that made you want to off yourself that you went through in this life that you didn't deserve were not part of some divine cosmic plan. I don't think that was what your soul was put here on this earth to learn. And I'm really sick and tired of people using spirituality to try and gaslight the reality of how shit happens. It's another way of glorifying pain and dismissing the victim and dismissing the survivors, and it's putting the focus on the fact that it's okay that this happened because it was just part of something so divine. Not only is it okay on a physical level, but on a divine level, it's actually even more okay because this was supposed to happen. People who do this, I am convinced that you have either never had it bad enough to be disgusted by the thought of even saying that, or you have had it that bad, but you have given yourself no empathy and no proper tools to actually cope or process with what you've gone through, that you get up here and you spew this shit like it's normal. I'm pissed off and I'm upset because it sends such an unhealthy, toxic message, especially those of you that have such a large platform and you have fucking thousands of people following you and probably a lot of kids and younger people too that are experiencing abuse right now, and their brains are trying to process what they're going through and make sense of it. It's not wisdom, and that's not what spiritual enlightenment or raising your consciousness looks like, because the first thing about any sort of awakening on any spiritual or metaphysical level is that you don't bypass the material. And saying that all the shit that happens on this hell that is our planet, saying that that's part of a divine order, is the laziest excuse for fucking everything. People like this are a huge reason of why I have imposter syndrome, because every time I open my mouth to talk about something that's a matter of spirit, which I take very fucking seriously, like, you guys soiled the conversation. You're cosplaying some sage or some guru, but you're completely bypassing level 1 of what you even think you're talking about. The way I see it is, look someone in the eye when you say that. Don't just pull up your phone and say it to all your followers. Don't just say it to a bunch of strangers without consequences because you can get high off of the likes and the reposts and the commenting by people who are desperate to make sense of something and just feeding off of you, or people who are equally as stupid. But picture yourself saying it to people. Picture yourself looking in the eyes of somebody as their legs are being ripped open and they've got blood gushing out of their genitals. Picture saying it to somebody who's nearly getting beaten to death in their own homes right now by their partners or their parents or their siblings, domestic violence, the list goes on. Picture yourself looking in the eyes of a murder victim as they're getting tortured. Picture yourself saying it to a woman who has chains around her neck and she's attached to a toilet in a motel room and she's being assaulted and gangbanged by a bunch of shitty men as they're lighting a blowtorch to her neck, and she's screaming, but she can't even make a sound because there's also duct tape over her mouth. That actually happened. One of the first girls I met at a DV shelter was trafficked, and that was just one of the terrible things that happened to her. Like, do you really understand the weight of what you're saying when you say this shit, or are you just doing it for clout? You're either doing it for clout or you're a fucking idiot to convince yourself that everything that happens, especially the most heinous things in our world, are just part of some divinity plan. It also makes me question, like, do you know what love is? Are you in touch with love inside of yourself? Because this reminds me of religion. Now we're confusing abuse as love. And we're reframing it and saying that there's actually such a special purpose to what you're going through, and it was all meant to happen. Saying that you were born into domestic violence because it was your karmic destiny, or that every single person in your life that's hurt you, you attracted as the law of attraction and manifestation to grow as a gift to heal, that literally sounds like when people say, oh, it was God's plan. Was it? Was it God's plan when people were getting whipped on plantations and hunted and murdered in the Holocaust? Is it God's plan that somebody just got sent to a fucking concentration camp right now a couple hours away from here for being brown? That there's a little kid being touched right now? Is it God's plan that somebody just went to prison for the rest of their life for smoking weed? Is it God's plan that slavery still exists all over the world? Somebody wants to end their life right now. Is it God's plan that somebody just did it? Is it God's plan that somebody just lost their job and is living in their car and their car broke down and they can't afford to fix it, so they're wondering how they're gonna fucking get through the night? Somebody was vulnerable and unaware of what was going on when they were offered something that was about to ruin their life, and now they're struggling through addiction and they're gonna overdose pretty soon. Is that God's plan too? Is it part of somebody's soul destiny that they've been starving for the past couple months because of SNAP benefits being cut? All of these things have a reason, and all of these shitty things in this world have an origin. That origin has to do with human beings choosing to hurt other human beings, and other human beings choosing to enable and support those people to hurt people. There's a lot of problems, and there's a lot of reasons why those problems exist, and I'm not even gonna stand here and act like I'm the person with all of the answers. But I will be the person to say that it's bullshit, and I know I'm not the only one that thinks that way. Like, I'm just one person. There's guaranteed to be at least 1,000 other people that feel the same way. Trying to use spirituality or religion or metaphysics, don't even get me started on that, because if you knew anything about metaphysics or even just physics to begin with, you would understand that what you're saying is garbage. But anybody who actually has an awareness of those things is not going to use it to be weak and cowardly regarding hard conversations. You're gonna have the balls to step up to the plate and fucking talk about shit, or at the very minimum, have the balls to listen to the conversation before you're ready to be a part of it. Because when you come in with that bypassing shit, you're not only being ridiculous and harmful, but you're bringing so much dishonor to a space that has already endured so much honor for years. Like, if you want to see the world improve, if you care about people and you know that they don't deserve to be put through hell, then fucking act like it, dude. It's not hard. It's really not hard to shut your mouth unless you have something actually respectful to human life to say.